Welcome back to ESEA Advanced Season 49. CCG Esports are continuing their run, and it started off great, has turned a little bit ugly. 3 of their last games they have lost, and now today is a chance to change things. Of course, I'll be watching together with Sater.
Yeah, really excited to see if they can get back on good form. We have seen them falter just a little bit in their last couple of games, but we are going to return to Ancient, where the last time I got to see them, they didn't do too well. But we're going to jump straight into these rosters as well. A quick look at these squads. And Twist, talk to me. What are we looking at here? Are we looking at a possible win coming through, or how do you feel about the Ancient pickup as well while we look at these rosters?
Yeah, I mean, Ancient is always an interesting map to watch for CCG. Either they do amazing or, the other way around. As to their opponents, well, they have 7 wins, 3 losses. They're looking to change that, and this is a great way to start for them. Unfortunately, they get 2, but quick response actually from CCG now. 3v3. They've made it to the bomb side, but no plan just yet. Enemies too close. Don't feel comfortable. Now they should feel a little bit more comfy. Perhaps Trip gets a nice headshot there, and... oh, actually, look at that. They're going to rotate. That's a smart call, I think.
Yeah, brilliant call after getting those couple of kills, getting the numbers advantage, and already having that player sitting back into that CT spawn will give them all the information they need if they do choose to go this way. We should see one, the gun is out, and that's a clean shot for Floridot, as they will take that one and leave themselves in a 3 versus 1 with bomb down.
Yeah, definitely a smart rotation there, making sure that, even if it looks that they have the advantage, just make sure that you have all the advantage possible. Great rotation and also positioning I did like. Well, I guess we're going to go for it, right? We're going to see a 1v3, low HP, perhaps some exit frags, if anything, deal some extra damage to CCG. But other than that, they have opened up great. Now, yesterday they actually opened up... I respect the attempt. Yesterday they opened up great as well. They actually got the first 2 rounds, I believe, on Inferno, and after that everything kind of just fell apart. So, don't get too excited just yet, but I feel like if CCG are able to get another one and then a couple of rifle rounds, they should be good, at least for the T side.
Yeah, for the moment at least, we'll see if they'll be able to keep this going. They always do seem to have decent starts or kind of take small advantages early. It's that finishing that comes in when the side swaps. We always seem to see like a bit of momentum fall out, and they don't seem as ready as you. Get a quick timeout from CCG. Maybe that's just the coach telling them, going back over the plans, making sure that they're ready to go. But having a quick chat between themselves, it's a good start. I'm seeing 2 rifles come out already with 3 subs, so a good bit of money being spent. They want to get this one hard and fast, and CT side, they have to get a good read on this one and at least get 1 or 2 kills.
Yeah, I feel like at this point it's pretty basic stuff, right? Just don't go alone. Make sure that if there is a pistol that's going to take you down, you have like 2 or 3 teammates ready to refrag, because we've seen too many of these buy rounds, not only for CCG, just in general. Teams sometimes buy up and then you're gonna send Lurker or another player, and one by one they kind of go down. No, move together or do that, I guess, if you're floor dot. Still, Slum has to be accounted for, and I think Trip is doing exactly that. Yeah, Crouch Peak comes in, nothing he can do, and this round is pretty much over before it has even started. I mean, 3 alive, USP is their names, so technically they should go for it, but site taken, smokes blocking off final form. This should be an easy conversion.
Should be an easy conversion. We'll see exactly how it does go, as there is still shots being fired, and one will fall as Cypress does that one. Woohoo gets another as Trip will trade one back. Chinchilla cleans up one of the last, as the last remaining member here. Cypress with that deagle in hand, looking for something. Does hear the drop there. The shots go off, but will not land them, as Rin will finish that one off. And it looked a little bit shaky there for a second, and they did lose 2 members, but they keep all those rifles. They keep that score in their favor, and just from this point on, got to keep it safe.
Yeah, this is where the real test comes in, right? They've started off great, but we've seen that plenty for CCG. Now, or it's rifle v rifle. It's where it really matters. I remember, I think last time we watched Ancient Seder, they had a pretty big problem with just being kind of isolated completely out of B, and then the cities only had to worry, well, about mid, which was smoked off as well, so technically only about A. So I would love to see CCG taking a bit more map control today.
Yes, they do push out aggressively here. 2 RPM does fall to Wahoo, as we do see Flora not lining up the shots. Does manage to take out Raw, so it's a trade back in the end. It's 1 for 1, 4 versus 4, and the rush is coming through on the A. Donut control heavily in favor of CT. Someone needs to get into position here. Florida watching that smoke, gets the first one. Will they get the second? A Cypress also here will spray down, will get Chinchilla on the plant, but the plant still goes down. The bomb is ticking away now, CCG. This is their time to shine. They need to lock this one down. It's 3 versus 3. They've practiced this. We know they have. And there's the shots. Great flash, great combo. Florida on trip. Linking up for that one is Rin in this nice little flank position. Will find one. Takes them down. SMG put to work. A slump will get found as well. CCG, that was clean. That was good.
Yeah, very nice round there by CCG. The opening, just kind of default stuff, maybe getting a little bit lucky with that second kill where, the player comes through the smoke and you kind of just see him first. But I really like their after plant, right? Like, they don't let to just be kind of crushed on site. They actually take a rather aggressive move, get flashed in and go for it. But, with the flash working, it's a pretty calculated move, pretty calculated aggression, and it works out great. Makes it that there's only 2 CDs retaken, then that late lure coming in as well. Really nice stuff from CCG here on the after plan. But we have moved on to the 4th round, and it would be great to see more of that here, as they are actually facing a pretty easy opposition here.
Let's see, they do have a shotgun in hand here. Let's see what else they can pick up from this one, as it is very, very comfortable right now for CCG. They're still playing this very cautiously, but Rin on that side will take out Cypress, which might send that bomb over. They are rotating it. They are maybe thinking of going B here as mid control. They have 3 just slightly peeking up into this mid. It is currently being held. Slump also holding those double doors. There's still a lot of work to be done here, but they're taking their time. They're really trying to get the right angle for this one, but time is ticking away here.
Yeah, I mean, they have a minute left on clock, right? It shouldn't be too big of a problem. If they clear this player, that was actually what I was a little bit worried about. If maybe the refrag comes in as well, we can see a player's cave, but now as he's isolated and alone, there's not really much he can do. Now, we can see actually very quick backstab here coming in. Hold on. I think a smoke push might be coming as well. Smoke is going to be blown up, and player exposed. Yeah, he goes down. Now, Raw is technically the only issue that could be happening here. He does get one, but with that he exposes his position and still making it a 2v4. 1v4 now, and Raw getting gunned down. He would have to complete the ace, which is not going to happen. JJ takes him down, and that is 4 on the board for CCG. So very good stuff. Very good opening here. Now just, gotta hold on to it. Gotta get a couple more rounds. You can, slack off a little bit on CT if you decide to, but on T side, you should definitely get some more rounds.
Yeah, on T side, it should be all gas, no brakes, constantly keeping that pressure up. Make sure to keep them always on the back foot as well. You do not want to give them anything at all. Keep that economy flowing. Make sure everyone is feeling comfortable. We see those ops coming out as well. So we should see a lot of decent shots coming through. As a couple of blind fires through smoke. A little bit egregious there, I would say, from Trip, but it's nice to see the attempt, as once again, they're taking their time with this one. Bomb is securely back in spawn, just dropped on the floor. You don't need to carry it with you at all times, I suppose. And Chinchilla trying to find something here, but nothing just yet.
Yeah, a bit of a slow round coming in from CCG. I do like that they're finally taking map control towards B. I feel like that was a big issue in their last loss on Ancient, and it's great to see that they've definitely, analyzed the demo and adjusted accordingly. Yeah, but a very slow round, actually. Minute on the clock, and Rin is going to be the first one going down, unfortunately. And they don't even know there's a double cave setup, so perhaps this could lure in more players looking for the refrag and, meet a rather unpleasant reality that there's another player. But seems like for now, it is going to be towards B long, and Florida, there's just a mad one today. He's connecting all of those shots. 2 RPM actually catches the perfect timing. But yeah, there's that second cave player that nobody was accounting for. So all equal in the player department. Those mollies are going to isolate this player, not allow for a quick push. Now a 3v3 Seder.
3v3 Raw is just lurking in this smoke. Chinchilla has to be at least aware that someone could be in there. He's checking it. He's taking his time. He's in that crouch position, and he does manage to take out Raw. That's the opera down. It's a big hit. They know one's in cave. They're watching it, but no. Who will take one with the assistance of Slump? But Trip is there to follow it up. Who, the last one standing here on site, will he be able to find more than one? There's the shot. It gives away the information. Chinchilla cleans it up, and it's 5-0 now, and it's looking more and more comfortable.
Yeah, very good stuff from CCG. Maybe a bit weird where they just, the first player they lost, I believe, was Rin. He just kind of solo walked in without util and cave. Like, that's an interesting move. Let's just leave it at that, But great to see CCG able to, kind of erase that mistake and move on. 5 on the board now, definitely looking for 6. And one thing I actually want to point out is the fact that today at least seems that they've done their aim practice, they've done their Kovacs, they've done their aim lab, whatever it is, their aim seems on point. A lot of these engagements come down to just an aim duel, and well, 2 RPM actually doesn't make me change my mind. A little bit sloppy there, but still gets the frag. So, yeah, great to see CCG working with great aim, but seems like Cypress, at least for one frag, and turned that aim on as well. A 2v3 now. And actually a bit of a chance here. If they can eliminate 2 RPM, who's low, that could technically be a problem. He's trying to get away and actually gets caught out. Unfortunately for CCG, the bombs on the other side will go down, and with how far the players are, this retake is going to be pretty low on time. But still 2v2. Nothing to just kind of overlook.
Yeah, let's have a look here as we do get the... It's a bit of a slow take here. They're really taking their time with this one. I think they have a good read on their positions already, as Cave is just getting frags dropped on a util being used. Spray down from Rin will take out Slump, and now they have the information to work with. They're going to be able to play with this last remaining player here. There's the shots, there's the kill, and Chinchilla, 12 HP, standing at the edge of fire, will get CCG their 6th round.
Yeah, 6 on the board, so clean. It really does seem that they've done fair bit of talking, just going over their mistakes in the last 3 games, because yeah, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. Now today it seems amazing, but the last 3 games that we watched, it just seemed like not exactly the CCG were playing against better opponents. It just seemed like they were playing against kind of equal opponents, but just making more mistakes. So it's great to see that a lot of those mistakes have been fixed today. And plus, when you have good aim on pretty much all of your teammates, I mean, that is just going to make it for a pretty one-sided game. As now they're looking to make a faster approach here. Have to be wary of the op, though, otherwise that happens. Rin to go down first again, and Trip, unfortunate there. Connects the shot, but not the kill. As Menif gets another one, this could be the first one on the board for the other team.
Yeah, it could be as Florida manages to get one back, and who does fall as RPM will find another, and that will open up an opportunity, an avenue for them to get onto this 3 versus 3. They are picking up a couple of util that was dropped, but CCG kind of letting the ball slip just a little bit there, and there goes Cypress to get another one. Florida manages to get it back through the smoke. It's something, but it's a 2 versus 2, and they are in a little bit of a mess here. Slump manages to take out Chinchilla, and Slump's going to continue firing this one down. There is a low health bar there, so there could be an opportunity for something, as Florida, last man standing, already 2 to his name, looking for the quad, doesn't get it, as Slump is on form with that op, and unfortunate there for them, but great work coming through. CCG, they still have money. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but it is 6-1 now.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want to give that first to the opponents, because oftentimes, when you're down like 6 rounds, getting that first one is actually the hardest part. When you get that, you kind of gain a little bit of momentum, definitely break the other team's momentum a little bit. But, I mean, this shouldn't be too much to look into. I think CCG should still be able to get a couple more rounds on the board. And honestly, that last round, yeah, unfortunate, but it does go down to a 2v2. And, like as you said, Slump was just in form there, they didn't really make too many mistakes. Slum just connected his shots a little faster than anyone else. Now again, a very quick approach. This time it does work out for CCG. Chinchilla gets 1 RPM, another one, and now Raw has to do it all, but is eliminated by Florida. CCG have just been very careful at making sure that they do actually get those refrags today.
Yeah, the communication is absolutely perfect from the CCG side right now. Everything is working in their favor, and they've got everything they need to win this one. It's just getting more of those rounds on the board and making sure your T side is near perfect. That one round, if that's all they lose, that'll put them in the best possible position we could ask for. And right now, it is a save coming through from the side of Final Form, and yeah, let's hope this isn't their final form, and they'll put up a little bit more of a fight.
Yeah, I mean, for now, it doesn't seem that, they have really that city side, I don't know, aggression. I don't even know what mistakes they're making. I feel like they're just not taking enough map control, right? Like CCG are just pretty easily able to take at least the map control towards B, which is very important, because you actually, well, deny information to the CD players. Aim-wise, I guess Slump is really good today. He's been showing up with the op. Not only in that one round, he's just been consistently kind of silent bombing, maybe a kill every single round. But, On the team play department, seems like there are some issues. And now they're desperately looking to change that. A buy is going to come in place, and they kind of have to get this one right. If they don't, CCG will be on 9, which would be great for us, but not perfect for Final Form.
No, not perfect for final form. A little bit of difficulty for them as the rounds go on here, and let's see what they can do with this. This seems like a very forced round already, as there's just util flying all over, and there is a heavy push going on to the A site, and also on to B. There's everyone is everywhere and just trying to find the right angle to put their team in the right position. What? Will they be able to find it? Florida will have to come back. They have to rethink their strategy here, as the util does send them backwards.
Yeah, a bit slower here. I like that actually CCG are switching up their game style, you know? Some rounds we see them just rushing in towards B, rushing in towards mid. This round, pretty much no engagements a minute in. I feel like that really keeps Final Form guessing, you know, they can't really develop a good anti-strat because the strat keeps changing every round, so CCG doing some wonders here with just playing with the minds of Final Form. Perhaps now the smoke dissipates and I feel like this is where the first engagement will be. Unfortunately for CCG, Menif is actually a bit quicker. He will be attempted to be refragged, and that smoke is going to deny any possibility of a crossfire. So now B-side actually being taken in a very good fashion. Final Form arriving on the scene, but Cyprus is going to go down. So a 3v3 now, and looks like we have that technical issue, but still, this is a 3v3 that CCG should be able to convert. We'll see if they are once we join back.
Yeah, as always, we do have small technical difficulties that come through. It is just the way of CS2 these days. But yeah, they look really strong. The comms are looking like they're pretty good. Every single refrag is working for them. There is that one round that's still sticking in my head that Slump was on form with that op, and I feel like with economy, Final Form might have good opportunities to break back into this one, but there's still the overlying, they just have that many rounds ahead right now, and it's looking really, really good for CCG, and I'm really happy with it. But as I was saying that, they did lose that round.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, a 3v3 post plant, I guess the CD players were very close, so they probably were just able to sandwich those players, but still, a bit unfortunate. Anyways, it is going to be 2 on the board for Final Form. And now, actually, if you look at the economy of CCG, I mean, they've been on a run, you know, they've been on a very good run in terms of rounds, but a lot of those rounds did come down to like 1v1s, 2v2s, so they kind of kept rebuying, so the economy is not looking too great. This is a round that they have to win. Otherwise, they might have to just, you know, go on an eco or a force, and at that point, you're almost giving 4 over to Final Form, which is not something CCG is looking to do after such a great opening, but it might be something that happens as a lot of players go down unanswered. 2v4 now, and pushing through the smoke is not an option anymore. So, well, as I say that, 2RPM is looking to change my mind, but rather than that, just shows why you shouldn't do that. Now 1v4, Trip has the bomb, but that's pretty much it. Ooh, Trip, hold on, he gets 2 and actually gets away. Even if he doesn't win the round, that's a great attempt at least taking weapons out of Final Form's hands. 50 seconds on the clock. He's trying to fake going towards A. Seems like actually Final Form are willing to take the bait. They're still going to watch it. And Trip goes down. Nice attempt.
Trip does go down. It was a nice attempt, a good spray down, and then once they kind of realized they were both missing, they kind of stopped for a second and went, no, we could definitely hit these, and then unfortunately does not win that trade-off. It's unfortunate. 7-3, still in a really, really good position, but this is not what we want to see from CCG. We want to see it as clean as we know they can play it, but it looks like it's going to be pistols only this round. So this is the opportunity now for Final Form to get some really good points onto that board and put themselves back into a position where there's hope.
Yeah, this should be a rather quick round. Towards A long. And Slump. Oh, he actually has the Bob, but still has a shooting gallery here. 3 for the Slump. He's just on point today. Make it 4.
Yeah, that's one of those rounds that you dream of every now and then, where they're just running at you and you have the op ready to go. Does have to swap for a pistol for 1, but nice and easy cleanup. You just know the pistol rush is coming. Great work from them. 4-7. Rifles on board. A little bit of util missing from one or two of the players here, but they're more than capable of taking this round. Let's just see more of that, more passive play. Let them take their time with it, get the good rotations, and someone land that first shot. Because we've seen them do it so well, and they've just been missing the last few.
Yeah, CCG kind of have to take this one, right? With how T-sided Ancient is. I mean, if you get 7, it's not bad, but getting 8 would just put them in a better position. Then you don't have to worry too much about a pistol. Even if you lose it, you still have that lead for a little while. So, very important last round here in the first half of Ancient. Again, maybe for viewers just tuning in, CCG have lost their last 3 games. So, today they're definitely looking a lot better, especially at the start of this game. But now, losing a couple of rounds, and hopefully that doesn't continue. Who actually spotted a player there. He's gonna take the peek. Kind of head glitch against head glitch. Who wins out? RPM down. That is CCG kind of scrambling for options here. Probably gonna go towards B, but as players keep peeking, who is gonna take kills one after the other. 3v5 now, and that B bomb side is just fortified very well here.
Yeah, it seems like they have it locked down now. Final form is Rin does run into the firing line as Magnificent and Slump are set up. Slump goes for another, and Slump goes for the last. 7-5 from what was looking like an absolutely incredible run to start that one off from CCG. And they've just let it slip, and Slump just got off of his slump and just started taking heads.
Yeah, I mean, Slump is definitely the star player right now for Final Form. I think off of him, at least 2 rounds won, and just a lot of impact in some other of these rounds. So I feel like at this point, if they can eliminate Slump, then you can pretty much win the game. The problem is, it's no more the CD side. So at this point, Slump can be anywhere. He can just, play as kind of the second player, as the refragger, and that is often hard to deal with. Normally, when a team has one very good player, they're better on the T side than the C team. And
Oh,
that
that's
is
a
going to be
great
actually
flash.
Menif. Yeah, Flash was great. Execution as well. Slump and Menif on the board, and suddenly it's a 2v5. Trying to push in, and that's a flawless round coming in for final form. So they make the gap even a little bit smaller. Now with the buy coming up, this could be all equal on the board.
Yeah, it could be all equal. It could be a very tough position to be in after such a dominant lead, but we have to keep our minds open here for what CCG can do. Can they lock these sites down? Can they get the control we've seen from them before? And just hope that they have enough firepower in that shotgun to take out this rush, because if they read this one right, it could be mayhem.
Yeah, seems like A push is gonna come through, and you can see just that one player on site trying to get away. Oh, Trip, great way to open it up. Still have to hold the side, but with Trip and RPM getting frags like that, it seems like things might have changed. And this eco Trip, the pocket op keeps firing. Normally the op player on the team shows how great his aim really is with a Deagle. 4-piece for Trip in that round, just single-handedly keeping CCG in the game. They're saying, hey, if you have Slump, we have Trip. We have an Opera as well, who's just a high-performing fragger almost every game that he plays. So that actually makes it 8-6, and I feel like if Final Form were starting to gain momentum and, CCG lose a little bit of hope, I feel like that round just 180s everything there.
Yeah, that was a very, very big round there for CCG to win, and Trip, that's maybe enough momentum to keep them in this one, as it's down to a pistol now. It's down to nothing here, as we do see Cypress does manage to take out Chinchilla to start this one off. 2RPM manages to get one back, and it makes it even. Rin also takes out Slump. This could have been a much cleaner round. They shouldn't have lost that first player, and it's all getting messy now as Raw managed to take out 2RPM. They might be able to recover something from this, but no, Trip is ready to lock that one back down, and there's the shots. Rin manages to take out McNiff. It's all falling apart as Wahoo managed to take out another one. This is all getting messy now, and this is rifle recovered. We're going towards A side here, Wahoo. Will they be able to get onto this one? Rin on the other side of it, but there's a wraparound happening. Florida, pistol in hand. Didn't check his back as they've
Doesn't
managed to
know.
sneak onto A.
They're gonna have the longest rotation possible. Right now, they think, well, A is clear, mid is clear, so they can only really be B. Actually, things could somehow still work out. There's no way. Yeah, okay. They're gonna plant, right? They're just being extra careful with the clears there. Probably just a bit bewildered. How is the site clear completely? That timing was just everything there. So now, they have absolutely no idea how they got there. I guess, Floridot might think that they got there from mid, but I think if they watch the demo, it's gonna be clear. Still able to get the frag. Raw goes down. Great, just pushing in together, but actually look behind them. Oh no, this is the perfect play coming in from Woohoo. Waiting, gets the first one, and at this point it's gonna be hard for Florida to do anything. We know how hard Donut is to clear. Actually taps the bomb. He's defusing, still gets off the bomb. Yeah, there's just nothing he can do as Woohoo sprays him down. That's really a very nice 1v2 clutch. Doesn't go immediately for the refrag because he's like, yeah, if I go for the refrag, probably gonna get refragged as well. Instead plays the mind game there, and that's again a tilter for CCG.
Yeah, that was a free round for them. And once the kills started coming through, we started to see some of those pistols start to do some work, and the worry set in. And I think it's set in the same here for CCG as they started to push out from A, and we saw the sneak in behind. They moved all the way to B to help Rin, but it was just not the right call. They should have stuck to that site maybe and took a site each, but no, it does fall apart. The rifles were recovered, and now we're in an awkward buy round for both sides here, but that op is available. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one as Trip waiting for first contact. There it is, gets the kill, Slump falls, and that's a big hitter.
Well, this engagement could prove unlucky for CCG. As Rin goes down, it is going to be Raw opening up the bomb site. Single-handedly walking into the bomb site with the bomb, that's a bit crazy. If he goes down, CCG would have the bomb. Either way, it works out, seems like. Bomb to go down and a 4v4 retake underway with that smoke just being laid down. That's going to deny things a lot. I think Cyprus has another smoke, so they can just keep re-smoking, keeping it very hard for CCG to do anything. If they wish to retake, they have to push through the smoke. It seems like they understand, so it's going to be a save call. Yeah, saving Deagles, saving MP9s. I mean, makes sense because retaking that B side is hard already, even if the smokes are not there. But now the smoke's there. Seems like all that CCG can do is just regroup, readjust, and try their best again the next round, and actually take some players down in the process of saving. So 3 to remain alive for Final 4 as they have finally equalized the scoreboard.
Equalize the scoreboard. Final Form takes the round. A couple of saves coming through, so want to keep a hold of that op. And CCG, they've let it slip once again. I think here, Twist, they're in a little bit of trouble here. And what do we want to see from them now in terms of locking down these sites? Is it just over peaking and playing a little bit too aggressively, or is there just bad reads on these?
Well, I feel like some of these rounds have, like that round, where the timing was everything towards a long, like some of them have just been unlucky, but I feel like if anything, like they just have to take a bit of more map control. Not exactly push, trying to take mid, and unfortunately that doesn't work out, but I mean, just throw util, throw some mollies, make sure that you at least keep them at bay for a while. Definitely don't just wait on sites, because at that point, they pick a site, they hit it, and you have no info, so rotations won't be there. But yeah, I feel like just some mollies, some smokes early on. Maybe some early, calculated pushes with some flashes. Well, seems like that's again going to be something to think about for next round. As in this one, Trip gets one, but that's pretty much all she wrote in the kill department for CCG, and that op is not going to be saved either. As Ra is actually very smart there. Knows where to look, gets a frag, and puts Final Form in the lead here towards the end of the game.
Puts them in the lead, puts them in a good position to be able to run with this one, as there's not a great buy coming out from CCG once again, and they overpush there in the mid. McNiff manages to run through, get 2 with that SMG, jumping in and taking out 2, and very unlucky for the opper there in the end to get taken out by the molly frag combo in the donut. And Cyprus now getting that smoke down nice and early, make sure that he won't fall apart, but it's all getting very, very testy here as McNiff is going to get that boost going, and B side is being hit, and will they be able to find something immediately?
Yeah, some smokes there, denying vision for CCG. I like this position from JJ. You know, when I play Ancient, I usually play it, and even though it seems like you should clear it, a lot of times it goes uncleared. It seems like in this round, at least, it won't be tested either way because B, at least for now, seems to be the call. Now, Bomb is still dropped towards spawn, and Florida actually gets a big frag. That's great for CCG. At this point, just, become a turtle. Just retract back in your shell, chill, just make sure that you don't lose that player advantage because it is a very important advantage. Meanwhile, actually, there's a player scouting out A, but Rin takes Moniv down towards B. So this should be a round for CCG to win. A 3v5, I mean, unless they make some grave mistakes, I feel like they've finally found their ninth. Why? Well, I guess they just threw some util and Floridot got a little bit lucky perhaps with that first kill. But I like that they're not over-aggressing, as they were in some of these earlier rounds. 2 RPM to seal the deal with a frag and another coming in from 2 RPM. As it's only one left alive, not for long, says Rin Cypress to go down. And that's actually a flawless round coming for CCG. Maybe timing working a little bit in their favor, some lucky duels. But overall, I really like this round from them.
Yeah, much better work there, and just they've remembered how to shoot, which is absolutely exceptional. We love to see that come back for them, and yeah, right now it brings it back to 9-9. It's a full buy for both sides here. A little bit of armor missing from final form, but it should be okay unless they walk into that crosshair from the op right now. Let's see what happens because it's going to be a messy round nonetheless as the rush is coming through. They want to get this one going fast. They're not letting the util phase them as they're rushing cave, rushing B, fire and flames everywhere, and they're trying their hardest CCG to keep them from getting onto that site. Smoke goes down, cuts off Raw. Rin once again cutting close to this wall. A little bit of a wide peak coming through now as they're doing their very best to hold all these angles, but they're still covering that other site. Great work from them. Great util. Slows down that rush coming. But no, Wahoo will spray down Rin through that wall. The infamous wall as Florida managed to take out McNiff there to spray down again. Florida Wild Flash gets another. Does get taken out by Slump. The spray downs are coming through. Damage left, right, and center as it is just the messiest round possible. One more shot. Manages to get Trip down Wahoo. And they're just re-peaking the same angles here.
Yeah, perhaps looking for the refrag, but on the other side of final forms, like you're holding one angle and you just keep spraying pretty much, take a little bit of a break, but still, that is going to be 10 on board for final form. Maybe a bit unlucky there for CCG. As you said, I really like their util usage, as soon as they heard, or at least saw util coming in from final form, they were able to throw mollies towards cave, a smoke towards long, just to make sure that rotations drive. And then, yeah, a little bit unlucky, that first engagement is not an actual engagement at all. It's just a stray bullet kind of catching heads on B side. And after that, trade for trade, not exactly, they go down. I think if CCG can keep up this util usage, I think they're on a great footing to actually win this game. That last round wasn't great at all in terms of, how many players remain alive for final form, but it did seem that they have a plan. Now JJ is going to get one, and yeah, this round should be a shooting gallery for Slump as he gets 1-2. Not the third, it's actually going to be Menif with the frag, and now 1v3. And a bit of a backstab here coming in, but I don't think the timing is right to get anyone. Well, actually, Rock could go down. Yeah, he does. Trip gets the first with the Deagle, and it is Trip. We saw him getting a Deagle 4-piece to kind of keep CCG in this game, so perhaps he has to do it once again.
See if he can. McNuff and Wahoo getting onto this site. A little bit of information. There's some steps being heard, I believe, as well. And Trip with the op is going to step out, fire a shot, but no, looks like it will just be a save. Will step off of that one. Hail Mary kind of blind op shot through smoke onto site. If it managed to land, maybe it's something, but they will just back off of this one, and that should be the round now. That should be that moment gone. Never mind, he manages to get one.
Yeah, he does get one kind of as an exit frag, but makes the correct call here for sure. If you have a 5,000 almost dollar weapon lying on the ground there, you better save it. Actually, Menef is looking to change that. Trip does get him. That was interesting, He heard Menef coming, he was like, no, I'm gonna hit the shot. I'm gonna hit the shot. Because if I don't, I know how much I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna still hit the shot. And he does, which is great for Trip. Puts some extra economical strain on final form as well. I mean, they will be able to buy up, but look at their cash. This would be the perfect time for CCG to break them. You don't want to be in this place where you're trying to play for not even a win, for overtime. You just want to steadily take this round, and then the next one you're all equal. This is such a huge round for CCG to win.
Yeah, very, very big round. Let's see if they can continue that form as they're getting closer and closer to that win, but they just need to get it over the
Two
line from
ups.
this point. Two ops, exactly. Yeah, this could be the setup they need to bring it over, but let's keep our optimistic hats on. The copium at bay for the moment, as we do see good take coming through. They've got onto the site, they've got the information, and there's the shot. Floridot falls, and it's getting very, very testy now, very scary. Retake has to come through. Cyprus is in a good position. They're spraying, they're worried, they get it. RPM falls. Rin is on the flank, will get shot in the back, does manage to get away from it, and it looks like another save.
Yeah, that first shot miss kind of just loses them around completely. Floridot on the op. We haven't seen him op. Might as well be good, but unfortunately, in that one crucial shot that he had to hit, he does not. And after that, it's pretty much just an open bomb side. CCG were leaning very heavily there towards B. It seemed like, but still, after that one player doesn't hit the shot, just the smoke pretty much isolates the whole CCG team. I think maybe a bit of a fumble there in terms of their positioning. They were just not ready for that B push at all, and so it does lead to 3 weapons being saved. And now what started off as 7-1 for CCG has quickly turned around. They're still in the game, but just by a slight margin. And now, with final form on match point, CCG are really just looking for overtime here.
Yeah, I just want to see them get to those double digits and give us a small bit of hope of final form. They have really come alive towards the second half of the first half. They really started putting the pressure on. They found their angles, they found their hold, and it just looks like CCG has been choked out slowly. Economy fell apart, and it's been great work to see Final Form do it like this. And it's the same thing that I've seen a lot of times with CCG. They just run out of steam. They always start well, and they start to run out of ideas, I think, nearly at some stages. But that will work itself out in time. They're going to become better and better as the game goes on, but Woohoo will land that shot onto 2 RPM and take them down, and that will open up all sorts of madness here as that flank coming through. See what they can do from this one. It's going to get really messy from this point on, as Chinchilla has to cover a lot of angles by himself.
Oh yeah, and there's still some action towards A. Trip has to hit the shot and he does not, and this might pull some even extra rotations as it seems like it might be all over as JJ is up for the impossible task. 1 on the board and 4 more to add to the tally to even keep CCG in the game. This seems rather impossible and seems like the game agrees, preemptively shutting down once again some CS2 bugs, but I feel like we pretty much know, how this game probably ends here. We can see JJ left in a 1v4. I think we might rejoin, but at that point the game could already be over. So that is unfortunately gonna be it. Even the game doesn't want to see CCG lose. Well, unfortunate for them. I mean, they started off great. It was 7-1. I thought it was, they've changed, but unfortunately, again, some mistakes. As you said, perhaps could be written off on them just losing steam. I feel like CCG are a very momentum-based team. Either they get like 7 rounds in a row, or they lose 7 or more in a row. So unfortunate for CCG. I don't think it's all over at all. I mean, they were playing against a team that I believe was 7-3 in the ESEA Advance, so definitely a good team, that they just lost to. But still, some adjustments to be made. But today is not going to be their day either.
No, not at all. And it is something we hope to see change in the future. We want to see CCGs kind of keep their momentum up in the future, but it is just another unfortunate loss after such a great start. And they are one of probably the better teams we've seen so far. They just seem to falter in those later stages. But yeah, we'll see you all very, very soon for the next set of games coming from CCG. Hopefully be joined again by Twist and obviously Apcon in the back, as well as our producer. Thank you all so much for being here and being with us. But we'll see you all very, very soon for CCG next time around, where we will win. Peace.
Yeah, see you guys.